Hi, welcome everyone. Welcome. Welcome to another introduction of the Best You Synergy Project. Tremendously excited to be here. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful, obviously, because we're all busy. There's so much going on. There is so much going on, and it's very difficult to focus. And this is one of the reasons why I think the Best You Synergy Project is going to be of service to so many of us, to hopefully avoid a lot of the noise that's happening out there in the permanent and constant invitations to all sorts of events. And I get it. Our inbox is full. Our diaries are potentially also full with opportunities. But I really hope today you provide me, first of all, some time. So again, I'm very grateful. It's going to take probably just over an hour and 20 minutes, an hour, 15 minutes. So I'm going to try and keep it brief. But I wanted to thank you all. First of all, everyone that's starting to connect now. We're obviously going to wait a few more minutes just to make sure that everyone can connect. We've got hundreds of people registered. I'm sure that, as many as possible will be here on time. But for now, would you mind typing in where you are connecting from? Just typing in what countries are you joining us from? I know we've got people from all over the world. I was speaking to a lady the other day from New Zealand. I know we've got people registered from Australia. Obviously, we also have a lot of people in the US, from all over the US and the UK. But I'm extremely grateful to be here today to share this second introduction to the Best You Synergy Project, which, hey, I won't give a lot away at the moment, but I believe it's the most exciting project that I've been involved in for quite a few years. And I can't wait to share it with you. So please, for now, start typing in where are you connecting from? Now, we have people watching this on Zoom. We have people watching this on YouTube. We have people watching this on Facebook. I'm here on StreamYard, streaming to multiple platforms. And I will be sharing a few house rules very, very briefly. But first, tell me where you are connecting from. And then when you've done that, if you have done that, I would love for you to tell me, obviously, where you are. What is it you do? What is it you do for a living? What is it you do for a living? What brings in the bacon, as they say in the UK? So I would love to hear that from you as well. I'll be sharing a few house rules in a minute, but to start with, we're just going to wait another couple of minutes. We'll start at 05 and we'll get into the nitty gritty. So again, thank you so much. I'll share a little bit about myself, but I've got this already in the presentation. I'm Bernardo Moya. I'm the founder of The Best You. I'm a speaker. I'm a coach and author, a mentor. Personally, I'm also a father, grandfather. And apart from that, yes, I've been an entrepreneur for many, many years, over 35 years. I'm the founder of The Best You, and so excited, so honored to have worked with so many great people, and so honored that you're actually giving me some time here today again. So I'll just go through some house rules very quickly. And basically what I wanted to say is that as far as I'm concerned, as I said, it's an opportunity now with the Synergy Project to explore how we could collaborate. That's where I'm at. I'm personally at a place and a point in time in my life, professionally and personally, where I believe now more than ever, collaborations and partnerships are essential for growth. It is also about, in a very, very small way, in whatever way I can, to contribute, to provide leaders that transform and change the personal development sphere. Because as far as I'm concerned, the world needs leaders now more than ever. But it's also a time for us to explore how we can do more, collaborate, partner, and then therefore grow. So please, as I said, it's just going to take over an hour 15, an hour 20 minutes. Please stay till the end. And the reason you want to stay till the end is because, well, the juicy part, the very interesting part, is towards the end. And apart from that, I've got some members, some friends, some colleagues that are going to be joining me towards the end. And I hope we'll be sharing a few ideas just basically on what I've been sharing here during this period of time. Now, what I also wanted to share with you is that this is not only an opportunity for personal development leaders and experts or service providers to collaborate and network. It's also an opportunity for you to potentially, if you're interested at a later date in becoming maybe a chapter director of the Synergy Project too. And I'll be talking about that as well, which means that there's opportunities for you to create additional revenue streams, guaranteed additional revenue streams, and create your own network. So it's very important that you please stay till the end. Now, look, I've recorded my presentation, and the reason I have, well, listen, there's technical issues sometimes. I've got to confess, I'm dyslexic, okay? So sometimes, yes, I get things wrong, and therefore I didn't want to do that, embarrass myself, so I prefer to record it. I just recorded it this morning. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be pausing in between the presentation halfway through just to ask some questions. But please, what's really important for me to know that I'm just not speaking to a screen is just please tap in, just type in whatever it is that you would like to share. Interact with us, interact with me. It helps me, it helps us. So look, with the further ado, I will now start the presentation. As I said, please stay till the end. This is not going to take over more than an hour. And believe me, it's worth your while. This is an absolute phenomenal game changer networking opportunity. And I can't wait to share it all with you. So without further ado, let me just start. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in literally around 15, 20 minutes. Well, first of all, I want to thank you so much for your time. Extremely grateful. I know we're all busy, and I'm grateful for you to be here today. And I am so excited to share the Best Use Synergy project. It is really the most exciting thing I've been involved in business, and I've developed over the years. So it's a networking platform, an incubator. It's so much more than a community. It's going to become a global movement. And just a few house rules. You might want to take some notes. Please, for me, interact, engage. If there's an aha moment, something that hits a chord, something that you feel, is something that you've experienced over the years, just type in yes or share it. Is that okay? Type in yes, please. I will provide a full transcription, but the recording will be available at a later date. But I hope you stay till the end, because it will be worth your while. So who am I? Well, I've been an entrepreneur for over 37 years. I put I'm experienced, which is a different way of saying that I'm old. I'm older. I've obviously developed and created lots of different types of businesses. I have a lot of expertise, and I'm excited to continue to create and develop new things. So I lost my money at the age of 26, and then in my early 40s, and I will talk a little bit more about that later. I'm NLP trained. NLP stands for Neuro Linguistic Programming. I've been a seminar promoter for over 15 years. I founded the Best You in 2015. I promoted over 1,200 speakers globally, internationally, and more than 120,000 people have attended all the different types of events that I've done in different continents, in the UK, in Europe, obviously, in the US, live and online. And I'm an author, a coach, a mentor. I'm an event promoter and a producer. I'm a good networker. I've got some great connections, but if anything, I'm also very good in identifying the best and uniqueness in people. Who have I promoted? Well, it started with Dr. Richard Bandler, the co-creator of NLP, and Paul McKenna. I've always been interested in personal development. I've read all the greats. I started listening in tapes. So, people like Jim Rohn, Les Brown, Brian Tracy, and so many more. But I came across NLP reading Paul McKenna's book, Change Your Life in 7 Days. And then, cutting a very long story short, I became a practitioner, then a master practitioner, and eventually a trainer. And circumstances of life, I ended up promoting them. So yes, I'm NLP trained, honored to have worked and be mentored and promoted Richard and Paul. And I've seen their great work, but also I've been an important part of their success for a number of years. Obviously, working with these guys impacted me. I learned and modeled them. NLP is a very powerful tool, which I will bring to the Synergy Project amongst many things. Have you trained in NLP? If you have, I'd love to know more. Just type in yes. But it's for me, it's obviously something that I've applied to the Best You. But I love what we managed to achieve with NLP training. As I said, it was like 11 years. And the amount of people that we reached, which was over 25,000, but it wasn't enough. A question to you. Have you ever done something which others would think that was great, but you felt wasn't enough? Has that happened to you? Yes or no? What I was seeing when I was promoting these guys was that it was always the same people. It was a very fragmented industry. It was always about the big boys, it was only them that had a stage. So with that in mind, in 2015, I created the Best You. I started looking into, because everyone was saying, or everyone continues to say, hey, become the best version of self. I want to be the best me, the best you. And I started looking in for brands, to create a personal development brand. And the best you was available, funny enough. So I trademarked it. It started with a magazine, which we published for 6 years, which we're actually bringing back to life now. And then the expos. And then over the years, we did the online platform, then the TV, and so many other channels that we're still developing are in process that we have. So who have I promoted? Well, I'm sure you know many of the names here, a lot of familiar faces. It's been an honor to promote so many of these great people. But I really created the best you with the intention of providing a stage for those that needed a voice. Hence, I promoted over 1,200. I created the best you for people wanting to share a message that didn't have a stage, but also for those who wanted an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become the best version of themselves. It was about connecting like-minded individuals. So yes, both companies over the years turned over $25 million, and I've spent a substantial amount of money of branding, event production, staff, marketing campaigns, Google ads, you name it, easily 10, 12, $15 million. So I've learned many things, and I've made many mistakes along the way, obviously, too. So my promise, well, this is what we all need. This is what I believe after the conclusion of everything that I've done and my own personal journey as an author, as a coach, as a speaker. This is what we all need. So who is it for? Well, it's for anyone that is already into personal development. It's already for someone that's already an authority, a leader, an expert in the personal development world. Or maybe someone that is also, trying to grow their brand, to expand, to learn new things, to cut the process, speed the process up to become a leader, an expert. Someone asked me, if I'm an expert, why would this be appealing to me? Well, because we all need help, don't we? And although we all have different expertise, we all need help at different stages. We've either got a book that we want to promote, or guests that we want for our podcast, or events that we want to fill, or opportunities to speak. We always have something, a new product. So don't we all need help with something? Type in yes, if you agree. So this is what I've personally seen. What I've personally seen is I've seen so many great people with great intentions. So many. Everyone starts with great intentions, but so many fail or make the same mistakes again and again and again. So many people throw so much money away because they did not know what was best at the time. They may be, they're seminar junkies, but it didn't really help them to develop a career. And so many people also don't step up. So many people don't take action. They keep procrastinating, and the years pass by. I've also seen so many people attend courses and then fade away and not follow through. What I've personally felt and experienced is that it's very lonely out there. It's very lonely. Unfortunately, a lot of people will let you down with promises, with support. People want to help you when you're up. They don't want to help you necessarily when you're trying to get up or when you're down. Has that happened to you? Type in yes. Also, many things aren't as they seem, and I'm going to be very blunt here. There are so many fake experts out there. With love, eh? But there's so many fake experts. And unfortunately, some people aren't what you want them to be. They talk a good talk. And I say this sometimes, that some of these experts should read their own books. And although some people may say, that I've personally done a lot and I've done amazing things, I feel that I could have done more. I should have done more personally and professionally. Has that happened to you? So with my second real estate crash, I was in a place where I had nothing, and I had absolutely nothing to lose. I had a tough decision to make because I had an opportunity to start promoting Richard and Paul in London, but it meant me leaving my family in Spain and the comfort of my home and everything that I knew. And at that time, I was already lucky enough because Sharon Lecter, she was my mentor. Sharon Lecter is the co-author of Rich Dad Poor Dad with Robert Kiyosaki. And I remember I didn't know what to do. And I asked Sharon, and she gave me this, which is, I think it's from Napoleon Hill. It says, Bernardo, if not you, then who? And if not now, then when? And that got me onto what I'm doing today. So if I fast forward 15 years, the action that I took then obviously put me on the right path. It put me in a path that's very fulfilling in comparison to what I used to do, which was real estate. So hence the training, hence the Synergy Project. Because again, I'm at crossroads looking at doing something different. I'm seeing things that are out there and they're not right. And I consider myself an authority
within the personal development world. So I'm asking myself, if not me, then who? If not now, then when? And this is all the idea around creating the Synergy Project, because I really want to help people. It's my mission. It's my goal. It's my drive. It always has been. Anyone experiencing similar things? Please type in if you have experienced some of those similar challenges. Have you felt down by either coaches, mentors, programs? If so, type in yes. Is it taking longer for you to build a career than you expected? If so, type in yes. Are you not creating the revenue yet? If so, type in yes. Do you not really have a great network or people that can support you and help you? If that's the case, type in yes. Do you sometimes not know what to prioritize on? If so, type in yes. And let me ask you this lastly. Have you thought of giving up? And be honest, because I know I have. Trust me, I wanted to give up so many times. So above all, what I'm experiencing is a lot of noise. It's very difficult to focus now, to prioritize or to make the right choices, because there's so much noise. There's so much going on. And look, I'll share an example. We had a member that just signed up recently, and she was telling me that she signed up for a course with Tony Robbins and Nick Graziosi, which was a course which I know was cost probably $6-7 grand. Then she went up for she bought the upsell that they had, which was probably another $5 or $6 grand. So she invested a vast amount of money, and she confessed that basically that investment did not help her. Was it good? Of course. Did you learn things? Yes. But did it really help your personal career? And that's what I see. I keep seeing people that pay for courses to become great speakers, but then they don't have the opportunities to speak, or they don't know how to do the rest of the things. So that's what I'm saying. There's also so much noise, so many events, so many things going on. It's very difficult to focus. So what's the landscape of personal development like? Well, it's a flourishing industry. The rise and significance of personal development in today's world is so important, but it's there, and more people want to help. More people want to contribute. But there's challenges and opportunities. While many seek to make an impact, the path is riddled with obstacles and potential. But what there is there's an absolute need for authenticity. Because a world, in a world filled with experts, there's a need for real people that have lived real experiences, people that come from a place of love. I want to share it. But from dreamer to doer, the transition from having aspirations and making it happen, well, there's actionable steps. There's common roadblocks, recognizing the frequent challenges like brand building, networking, and self-doubt. But there's also the power of resistance, highlighting the importance of resilience, learning from failures, and keep pushing on, keep pushing forward. So why this? Why now? Well, for me personally, is because I know I can do more. I'm in a position where I can help more people. I can continue to, for me, it's just I can't continue to see so many people failing, giving up, not breaking through, not making it. And I've been a conduit for others, and I've done that for a long time. But I would now want to create a new generation of leaders. So within the changing world, the landscape of personal development and entrepreneurship is evolving, and it's evolving quickly. There is a gap in genuine guidance. And this is about addressing the lack of authentic mentorship, partnerships, collaborations in the market, and your potential unleashed. It's the promise that in this presentation, I want to provide you insights, guidance, and actionable strategies. So the common challenges, well, we struggle in standing out because it's very crowded out there. 2, genuine collaborations, finding partnerships that truly align with your vision, that truly believe in you. That's another challenge. It's the biggest challenge, in my opinion. And staying updated. It's also about keeping a pace with the ever evolving trends and technologies that are happening on a daily basis, basically. And your goals and aspirations, brand recognition, crafting a brand that is both recognizable and respected. Beneficial partnerships, establishing collaborations that drive mutual growth. And then a balanced success, because I call it the holistic approach. It's about achieving harmony between personal growth and the professional milestones. All right, so standing out as an authority, as a leader, as an expert in the personal development world, but also as building a business. There's many moving parts. You have to be aware of all of it. You don't necessarily have to implement it all, and you don't have to do it all. But these are the key things that we need to look into. Well, first of all, you might be transitioning, or you're already deep into your journey. But every step matters. We understand every step we're going to be sharing here matters. So getting it right from the beginning can avoid so much pain, so much disappointment. so many years, but also save you a substantial amount of money. So getting it right from the beginning is key. Doubting your readiness, the self, the imposter syndrome. Am I ready? Will people want to hear what I have to share? So it's about transforming that uncertainty into actionable confidence. Building a brand. This is key. Starting from the beginning. Good, strong foundations, understanding what your brand's all about, what your message is all about. I know building the best you, all the different challenges that I've had and faced for it to become a global brand. But the idea is to build a brand that goes beyond you or your name. It's about creating and leaving a legacy. It's about making an impact, which is why we all get involved in personal development, I believe. It can be overwhelming with all the different moving parts. I'm sure you probably ask yourself at some points, what's next? Where do I start? What's first? But it is all about taking action. It's also about defining your unique voice. How do you stand out in a crowded market? Because it's crowded out there and the competition is not going away. But we're all unique. We all have something that someone else needs. Sometimes we can't see our own potential, obviously, but others can. So isn't that what a good manager, a good coach, a good peer group does? So let others help you too to define your unique voice. Don't try and do it alone. Progress and pace. Have you asked yourself, am I moving fast enough? Did I achieve what I wanted to achieve this year? Can it be done faster? Of course it can. Can you do it alone? Yes. Is it easier? No. So seeking confidence and assurance. And that's why, I'm sure through this process of yours, not everyone has understood your journey. Unfortunately, many times people don't. And we all lose either friends, colleagues, people that don't understand what we're trying to achieve or do. That's why we need support and feedback from peers, from people that are like-minded, people that are sharing the same journey. And that's essential, isn't it? Type in yes if you agree. So it's about monetizing your knowledge. It's about being prepared, having systems in place. A clear plan is essential to bring the revenue in. But it really is about identifying what works for you, what resonates, what makes you unique, and exploring revenues that you never thought of. And partnering with other people too, because that it can happen sooner. So could you do with more recurring revenue? Yes or yes. The dream of writing. I've written several books, 5 in total. I've published, self-published. I've done it in multiple languages, different formats. I know many, many, many publishers in the UK and the US. And I also know how much or less it can cost you. It doesn't have to be expensive. And anyone that's published a book will tell you that it can be very expensive. So who would be interested, for example, in writing a book together? Maybe writing a book with me or other colleagues within the network. Would that be appealing? Yes or yes. Which takes me to, okay, so now you publish your book. How do you get people to read it? Now, would a network of podcasters, magazine publishers, and people with larger lists, would that help you? Do you think it could help you to promote your book? The answer is yes. Events. Well, events are challenging. I have a lot of experience in promoting events, all sizes, all ticket prices. And what's interesting is that I hardly get asked by people, do you want to co-promote an event? And now there's so many online events out there, it's very difficult to get people's attention. So who would like to produce an event with someone else? Because if you did, it's easier. And if you would, type in yes. So is co-promoting events with other promoters within our network, would that be appealing to you? Or have speaking opportunities because you know that there's event promoters on the platform? Scaling events. I share the story of the Best You Expo. First expo, I had no idea what I was doing. Let's see what happens. I went to the door. We were expecting thousands of people. I went to the door at 10 a.m. There was 10 people on the door. I wanted to die. Eventually, we had around 3,000 people. If I fast forward 2019, I went to the door to see how many people were standing outside, and I couldn't see the end of the queue. I had to go to the other side of the road to see, and it was all the way down there. And I thought, oh my God, it was so exciting. I never photographed it, unfortunately, but there was at least 2,500 people waiting to get in. Eventually, we had 14,000 people. So I understand what it is to scale, but I also think and understand too that it's about when you partner with other people, it is so much easier to scale events. So that's where I'm at. I'm looking for partnerships to do events. Digital presence, boosting your online game. So how do you make your mark in this fast digital world? Can you master it all? Which ones? Is it Instagram? Is it Facebook? Is it LinkedIn? Do you feel that you work really hard and you don't really get any interaction? So maybe you don't have a social media, but what about if we could share a social media? What if we could share the best social media experts to support us all. Marketing mastery. It's so important. Using a great CRM is so important because, it's about the opt-ins, the funnels, the automations, how you communicate with them. You have to be techie. And if you're not techie, you have to use experts and share their expertise. But there's so many tips and hacks, that can be key, essential in you bringing revenue pretty much overnight. Have you paid attention to some of the great systems that are out there? Because there are. And I'm telling you, I've saved so much money over the years by being connected to the right people. AI in business. They say that there's going to be two types of businesses: those that use AI and those that will be out of business. My life and the business, my business has changed drastically, obviously, since using ChatGPT. I'm now working very closely with experts, looking at running events around AI, but also about learning new software, which can make it a lot more efficient for me to be able to communicate with my clients and customers. So being part of a network with fellow members that are AI savvy, would that be appealing to you? Sales and leads. I've built big lists and followers by partnering with other people and using other platforms like Eventbrite, Facebook campaigns, and so on. But let's say there's an estimated number of, within our Synergy project, which is going to be around 100 members, let's say together there's a combined list of 600,000 people. Let's say combined we have over 1 million people on social media. Now, if we combine forces and promote each other, what would that be like? Imagine that. So what if you had peers that would commit to promote your events on their social media or platforms? Who needs more sales? Type in yes. Who needs more leads? Type in yes. So could networking, partnering, or collaborating provide you more leads? The answer is yes or yes. Networking. The Legacy Club project, which was something that I launched before the pandemic, became a global phenomenon. We had like 13 chapters in 8 different countries, but it was all about collaboration. It was all about partnerships. It was all about networking. And this is something that is very aligned with that. But I remember how excited I was with LinkedIn. And I remember when it launched. I was really excited about the idea. But what is LinkedIn now? It's just one big spam. I'm not saying that you can't get leads from it. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying is people are trying to connect with you, which don't have anything to do with what you do. But there's no real collaborations or partnerships. People are just trying to sell you things. So it's about quality. It's not about quantity. It's about quality. So do you have a great network? Do you have a great network? Could you do with a great network? Yes or yes? So it's about a consistent client flow, secrets to a steady flow of clients. As I said, my strategies over the years has been events. What's yours? Are you lacking leads, clients? Yes or no? Could you do with more? Yes or yes? Speaking opportunities. I've created so many speaking opportunities for people over the years with the Best You Expert. So many. But are you still waiting to speak and share your message? And maybe you're looking for bigger stages. Which brings me to the next slide. Seeking a promoter. This is what I am. I've been a promoter for many years. I remember my early days as a promoter for Bandler and McKenna and what I did for them. But who's promoting you? Would you like a promoter or interested in tapping into a pool of other promoters? Yes or yes? I know I'm always looking for people to promote. So what's the best coaching that we need now? I think we need a different approach. It's a holistic approach. My unique approach to coaching is tough love. Say it as it is. I'd always be in your corner. I remember my coach and mentor, Bernie Dorman, and what he meant to me and his coaching philosophy and how CEO space influenced what I did with the Legacy Club and what I'm going to be doing now with the Synergy project. So what we all need is a supportive approach, a more hands-on, personalized approach in coaching. So how important is having coaches or mentors being in your life? How much can a good coach or mentor help you? But the bottom line is that a lot of these coaching and masterminds that are out there, they cost a lot of money. They cost a lot of money. And I'm not saying that they don't necessarily deliver, but they charge too much and they don't deliver the value, some of them. So would you like to have quite a few coaches, mentors, peers, all supporting you at the same time? Yes or yes? Which takes me to feedback and improvement. So we all need feedback. I remember Greg Reed telling me with the expos, he was saying, hey, Bernardo, there has to be an easier way, which, believe it or not, gave me the idea of creating the Synergy Project. So it's important to have feedback. And I learned so many things from Bernie and CEO Space and the feedback mechanism that they had, which we will be implementing, as I said, in the Synergy Project. But it's about having continuous feedback, which will be used to improve and refine the experience and obviously who we are. So do you have someone that provides you true, honest feedback? Would you like that? Yes or yes? So question, is going global important to you? Our strategy, as I mentioned previously and with the expos, is about simultaneous AI translations. And that's what we're looking at doing, because we're really looking at tapping into new markets. So in our upcoming expos, we'll be doing simultaneous translations in multiple languages and really focusing on live, online, and the recording, but a global audience. But it's about immediate results. I've launched massive events in 6 months. So anything can be done in 6 months. Great wins from sustainable supported success can happen within that period of time. So have you had situations where you thought it would take long, but then it didn't, or vice versa? Well, it's about fast forwarding, and that's why the Synergy Project is running for 6 months. Everything that I've shared is obviously based on my own personal experiences as an author, a coach, a speaker, but also what I've seen through NLP live training and the tens of thousands of people that we've had. So many people not stepping up, even if they had the expertise and they had the knowledge, they still would not stand out. And obviously through the Best You, and most importantly through the Best You Expo, so many people not taking action, waiting for the perfect moment to speak or waiting for the perfect moment to exhibit their products because they still weren't ready then. And this is why I believe this is a solution.
Okay, so before I continue with that, I just wanted some feedback. Thank you so much for all of you that have been interacting. I just want some feedback on what I've shared so far. All I was sharing simply is that if you want to become a leader, an expert in the personal development world, well, there's so many different moving parts, isn't there? But it's also applied to business. If you want to build a business, you've got to learn so many different skills. And particularly, specifically, what I've tried to share here are all the different moving parts. And that's why, as I said, we all have different needs, different priorities at different times. But there's a number of things that we need to do in order to implement in order to kind of stand out. So of what I've shared so far, does that make sense? Because I'm going to get into the nitty-gritty now. Because understanding kind of all the different moving parts, which is, hey, how do you become a speaker? How do you find opportunities to speak? How do I promote events? How do I learn around AI? Well, it is about learning this expertise, but also about tapping into people that have already seen it, done it, which are going to provide you valuable hacks and insights. But that's why, because to a degree, I've shared so much and I've provided a stage for so many people and connected with thousands of coaches and seen so many, this is why I believe the Synergy Project is a solution. So I'm going to be tapping into that now. And again, I want to thank you so much. I just wanted to say hi. And this is where we're going to get into the nitty-gritty part. So please stay till the end, because I've got a couple of members that are going to be joining me. Members are already part of the Synergy Project, which is going to show you the value. And I'll be talking about a few of them anyway in this presentation, but I will be inviting a few towards the end. And also there's going to be an opportunity for you to ask any questions. Okay, so let's continue. Please carry on interacting. I'm so grateful for you being here today. And let's just...
It's the Best You Synergy Project. And here's why. So what's inside the Synergy Project? Well, it's a unique incubator designed for personal development professionals. It's a place, a home for curated networking and collaboration opportunities. It gives you access to specialized pods tailored to your needs. It's full of like-minded individuals, limited to 100 people, and it's 6 months, that's it. If after 6 months people want to renew, they can, and if not, they start their journey with a set of skills that they never had before. Exclusivity and intention. The heart of the Best You Synergy Project, well, it's a membership flexibility. You join any pod based on personal needs or even be part of multiple pods, of course. Membership spotlights. Well, we celebrate and showcase members' expertise and their journeys. It's a collaborative spirit, a community committed to mutual growth, support, and shared purpose. Accountability partnerships. This is key. We pair up for mutual motivation and support throughout the journey. Focused learning. We dive deep into specialized areas of interest. agenda-driven sessions, ensuring productive discussions with actionable outcomes. Guest experts. Bi-weekly, we'll be bringing insights from industry leaders tailored to pod topics, and monthly group meetings we will be held on our community app and network platform, and so many feedback opportunities, an open channel for community enhancement suggestions. The pods. Well, and in no particular order, but pod one is book publishing and promotion. Navigate the publishing landscape, collaborate with fellow authors, leverage marketing strategies for book promotion, access to industry leading publishers and marketers, and from manuscript to bestseller, a guided journey. Pod 2, podcast mastery, craft compelling content to your audience, technical guidance for optimal sound quality, strategies to grow and monetize your podcast, to collaborate with fellow podcasters, learn from renowned podcasts for audio engineers. Pod 3, tech, AI, and systems. Understand the latest in tech trends. Implement AI to optimize your operations. Choose the right systems and software for your needs. It will save you a lot of money. Collaborative tech troubleshooting and support. And stay updated with regular tech workshops. Events and seminars. Plan and execute successful events. Collaborate for joint seminars. Access to event management professionals. Strategies to maximize audience engagement, from intimate workshops to grand conferences. Personal branding and marketing. Define and refine your personal brand. Strategies tailored to your unique brand voice. Collaborate for joint marketing campaigns. Access to top branding and marketing professionals, and amplify your online and offline presence. Networking and collaborations, of course. We will build meaningful professional relationships, collaborate on projects and initiatives. We will have access to networking events and meetups, strategies to optimize and expand our network, to foster partnerships that drive mutual growth, to promote products and services to fellow peers. And Pod 7, skill sharing and expertise exchange. So we will share expertise. We all have expertise. And that's why we will have access to a diverse pool of skills and knowledge. Because regular skill sharing and workshops will be key within the Synergy project, and collaborate on joint training. So the community app, it's where we meet, it's where we partner, where we learn, we support. So the Best You app, your digital hub, is a place where it's a virtual space where the energy of the collective is always there. It's available. And it's more than an app, and it's very easy to use. You can use it on your desktop and on your phone, but you can connect with anytime, anywhere. You can access the pods. You can exchange ideas freely. You can ask questions. You can stay informed and inspired. You can organize and mobilize. So the Best You app is where the Synergy project becomes seamless and integrated into your daily life, ensuring that you're always connected to your network with your goals and the potential growth that you have. So my role is to engage with each member on a personal level. It's to designate members to manage and oversee the pods, because we will have a number of members running the pods because they bring that expertise, to facilitate consistent networking and collaboration among the members. And we do this through AI, but also through a great team that I have supporting me. Offer a dynamic platform for meaningful connections, host monthly meetings, spotlighting individuals' achievements, and unveiling new opportunities. To deliver complimentary training sessions to enhance skills, to introduce members to my expansive professional network, but to also foster potential partnerships within the community. Group coaching and mentorship to elevate the collective growth, and to drive and optimize collaborative initiatives for mutual success. So what does this all actually mean? Well, it means savings, because the value of free training can range from a few $100s to thousands of dollars. It also means that you get exposure. Marketing and promotion costs can be significant. By getting free exposure, one could save advertising costs, which, as you know, can range from hundreds of dollars to thousands of dollars. But it also means that you have increased revenue opportunities. Joint ventures or collaborations can lead to new products, services, or events that can generate revenue. So the potential here is vast, especially if the collaborations tap into new markets or audiences. This is also really important. Upselling and cross-selling. With a network of professionals, there's an opportunity to offer complementary services or products to each other's audiences. It also means referrals. A committed group can lead to a steady stream of referrals, translating into new clients. Long-term brand building. Well, being part of a committed, high-quality group can enhance one's reputation in the industry. Audience growth. The combined promotional efforts can lead to significant growth in followers, subscribers, or customers. And obviously networking, building relationships within such a group can open doors to future opportunities, partnerships, or ventures. Future monetization. Well, monetizing the network. So once the group has established its value, there could be opportunities to monetize further, such as hosting larger events, creating paid courses, or offering premium services. Licensing or franchising. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about that, but there's a potential opportunity for someone to become a chapter director or to franchise concepts that you may have in other countries or regions. 5, intangible benefits. Well, look, having a group of like-minded professionals provides a support system which can be invaluable during challenging times. And it's continuous learning. Regular interactions with experts lead to continuous personal and professional growth. And being part of a motivated group can boost motivation and drive, leading to increased productivity and innovation. Networking and collaborations. Expanding and nurturing a robust professional network for mutual growth. Regular networking events to foster collaborations among members. Guest sessions with networking gurus to refine connection building skills. And then skill sharing and expertise. Well, it's about cultivating a culture of continuous learning and growth through shared expertise. So members offer, the members can offer training sessions in their areas of proficiency, such as NLP, public speaking, and more. And I will identify and bridge any knowledge gaps by bringing in any external experts that we need, ensuring that the community has access to a comprehensive skill set. So who is this for? Well, it's for authorities, for leaders, experts interested in book publishing, book promotion, speaking opportunities, public speaking, in personal branding, in AI integration, networking, event hosting, podcasting, you name it. It's for anyone that's in the industry looking for more customers and looking for heart-centered individuals that are there to help you and support you. So learn from someone who's been through the highs and lows, not just textbook knowledge. What I provide is insights from promoting over 1,200 speakers and more than 100,000 people attended all the different events that we've done worldwide. Got a diverse background. I have, 35 years as an entrepreneur and a lot of experiences and to draw from. But this for me it's just not professional, it's personal. It's a mentorship that understands that you, and not just your business, needs help, needs support. I want you to consider me your promoter, your ally, your friend. So more than just guidance, I have a genuine interest in elevating your brand and your voice. Community building. I want to have access to a network of like-minded professionals where we are fostering collaboration and growth. And the Synergy Project Chapter Directors. This is something that we will be offering members. It's an opportunity to lead and shape a community of change makers. So why would you eventually want to become a Synergy Project Chapter Director? Well, because it will empower your community. As a chapter director, you'll lead a local chapter of the Synergy Project, creating a hub of personal development enthusiasts, professionals, and change makers. You'll be a catalyst for growth. You'll play a role in fostering personal and professional growth within your community, helping members thrive in today's competitive landscape, and obviously revenue opportunities. Chapter directors have the potential to earn substantial income through their local chapters, creating win-win opportunities for you and your members. So the Best Use Synergy Project isn't just about the valuable connections that you'll establish, or the exciting collaborations and partnerships that you're going to embark on, or the new business opportunities and revenue that you'll generate. It's also a gateway to unlocking substantial savings and significant gains. So let's look into what you could potentially save. In training and speaking skills, in CRM and software tools, you could save money, obviously, in podcasting equipment and training tips. Book publishing costs, that could be anything from $2,000 to $10,000 easily. Speaking opportunities, personal branding and marketing, website design and maintenance, social media advertising and promotions, networking events and seminars, You could save in hiring a coach. That could be substantial, anything from $500 to $5,000 a month. You could save in video production for online courses or promotional content, in continuous education, in the public relations and media training, in graphic design for promotional materials, in travel and accommodation for networking and training events. The savings could be in excess of $10,000 to $110,000 easily. But let's talk about the gains. The gains in free training and increased PR exposure, in more speaking opportunities, in access to exclusive resources, access to new markets, in the peer support and feedback. What about the increased credibility? What about the networking and collaborations? Everything that's going to come from that. That's priceless. And what's the value of speeding up the process by maybe a year or 2 years? Who knows? Again, the gains could be substantial, anything from $10,000 to $100,000. So 10 words to summarize the Best Use Synergy project. It's about innovation, collaboration, partnerships, growth, empowerment, community, transformation, networking, support, and impact. So I've obviously discussed the Best Use Synergy project with a lot of colleagues, peers, and members too. And a lot of them have given me some really great, valuable feedback, which, you can feel free to read. The fact is that I believe that this is the answer. It's the answer for so many professionals out there that are struggling to stand out, are struggling to find those potential partnerships and collaborations that are so needed nowadays. And the cost of inaction can be huge. So let's recap. So we've discussed all the moving parts to stand out in such a competitive market. We spoke about how so many people don't make it. We also mentioned that things need to be done differently. We also talked about how much it can cost if you don't have the support and the know-how. We talked about savings. We talked about the gains. I shared the uniqueness of the Synergy project and all the different pods. So let me ask you one question before we move on. On the savings, is saving money important to you? Is throwing money away, is that important to you? Yes or yes? So imagine having a book published. What would that mean to you? What would it mean to you to get your book promoted by other fellow podcasters? I'd love to ask you some questions. What is the cost of inaction? What's the cost of doubting yourself? And it might be costing you your time, but what else? Is it costing your happiness? What's the cost of not fulfilling or following your dream? What is the value, the potential value of the connections that you're going to make in a networking group like this? What would it mean to you if you could speed your career 2 or 3 years? What would that mean to you? How much money could you save? And how important is this to you now? How important is it? And are you committed? Are you really, truly committed to your dream? Look, maybe you have all the expertise, the knowledge that you need, but you don't have the connections to position yourself as an authority in your marketplace. Maybe you don't know what the next steps are. Maybe you don't know how to necessarily begin or reinvent your brand. Maybe you don't know how to scale. Maybe the things that some of you've invested, some of the programs that you've invested in, they just didn't work. And you're starting to question if you have what it takes. And you have those days when you do think that you want to give up. So look, the Best Use Synergy project is the answer. And all you can do is, well, at the moment it's subject to application. All you have to do is complete a form. And there's a substantial discount on offer for those family members that want to get involved now. And when you apply, there's a survey which will tell us how you help people, what you need help with, you'll prioritize, but also there's a pledge where you commit to serve and support each other within the group. It's limited to 100 people. So I just wanted to share some of the founding members because they're just phenomenal people and they're going to bring so much value from day one. Brian Muldoon. Brian is a good friend. He's a coach. He's been my coach for a few years. He's a transformative coach that helps entrepreneurs and business owners to excel in business, health, relationships, and personal growth. Jennifer Baker. She's a high-impact performance engagement consultant for policy and business leadership. The lovely couple, Ken and Mary Segal. They collaborate, coach, and consult executives, entrepreneurs, celebrities, and rising leaders to identify and bring their professional and philanthropic vision to life. They're all about relationships. Andy Broadway, he's an accomplished author, publisher. He's a sought-after speaker, business strategist with a keen interest and expertise in artificial intelligence. Ken is an accomplished entrepreneur for over 30 years with Absolute Entertainment. He's a published author of 8 books, including Becoming the Best Networker. Ken is also a publisher. He's actually my publisher in one of my books. Rich Kozak is a leader and an expert in helping businesses professionals strategically maximize the impact of branding and the whole branding process. Rich is the brand expert. So I just wanted to share some of the members. There's obviously quite a few more. So the offer, it's very simple. Right now, it's application only. And when you do apply, well, you're going to be paying a initial deposit, and all the money that you pay until we have this first meeting, until we connect and we see if it is a good fit. Once you've completed that survey, your money is 100% guaranteed. So when I was looking at launching this and looking at what's out there on the market, and I know how much it costs to train with some of these coaches and mentors or these minds, I really, really do. And they can cost anything from 20,000, 10,000, 12,000, you name it. They're and they have a lot of value, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of people charging a lot of money out there. So I was thinking of launching this at 5,900, which is going to be under $1,000 a month. And then my team and I, we were kind of discussing and throwing ideas around with a few colleagues, and we were talking about maybe launching it at around half that, 3,500 for 6 months, or 597. But I wanted to offer it I wanted to get these first 100 members up and running, and I wanted to launch my first Synergy project, because we will have more chapters at a later date, but at the moment we only have one. And my plan really was to offer it for only 1,985. So it's the first month $100, which is a down payment you're going to pay today, and then 5 months of 397. That's it. And this is only for people that are watching the recording here now. This is not going to be available for a long time. We will increase the prices. I can guarantee you that. And we're easily going to be going for the 997 in the future. You can also pay just one payment of $16.97, which works out even cheaper at $282 a month. So it's either $19.85, which is $100 down payment, 5 months of $397, or one payment of $1697, which works out at $282 per month. Now, there's some really great bonuses which should really encourage you to take action today. So we're offering for those members, and this is limited to 20 people. We can't offer it to more. 1 year access to the Best You Online, which is valued at $600. Well, what's on the Best You Online? Well, every single expo talk we've recorded over the year. Well, there's over 600 expo talks. There's NLP live talks. There's inspiring people interviews, where I've interviewed all sorts of great people like Jim Quick, Dean Graziosi, Olympians, entrepreneurs. So access to a phenomenal library of content. There's a credit note to speak or exhibit at the Best You Expo in London or Vegas, valued at $1,000. So if you're considering speaking or exhibiting, there's $1,000 bonus that you're going to get if you are a Synergy Project member. You can also be part of the Best You book series. I'm going to be launching a book with with the 20 members, and there's an opportunity for you to be involved in that. And the value of that is $2,500. The total value of all the bonuses is $4,100. Please, I want to insist on this, that if you are watching the recording, maybe at a later date, some of these bonuses will not be available. So option 3, because you've got 3 options here today now. You stay exactly where you are right now. You stay exactly where you are. You carry on doing what you're doing or what you've been doing so far. Option 2, 5 payments of $397. 1 payment of $100, and then 5 payments of $397. And then option 1, 1 single payment, $16.97, which obviously is the best value, which you save $282. Look, I would love to have you on board. And if this is not for you, that's absolutely fine. It's not for everyone. It's for game changers. It's for those that want to take action. It's for doers. It's for people that see an opportunity. It's for people that see that this is the answer. So remember, I am offering you 100% back your money if you choose to take action today. I highly recommend that you do. And it is limited to the first 20 people. And what's next? Well, what's next is that once you sign up, we'll send you a link for you to click on a calendar appointment. We'll review your survey. We'll see if it's a fit, and then we'll sign you on. And then we will send you the blueprint, which has everything you need to understand how the Synergy project works, the pods, the monthly meetings, the bi-weekly meetings, how to network, how to connect, how to provide feedback. We recommend you the pods. We will, once we reviewed your survey, we will also find an accountability partner for you. Key, very important from day one. So we'll find an accountability partner, but also through AI, we will provide you the top or the first 20 people that we feel you should connect with, because we feel that there's more synergy there and massive potential collaborations. So all that's going to happen the moment you sign up. I have multiple people in my team. So apart from obviously myself, I've got 2 or 3 people within my team. Plus, I also have some members that are going to be helping me, assisting me, running some of these pods. So step 1, you pay $100 today. You apply. Step 2, you complete the survey to see if it's a fit. Step 3, we meet. If approved, we process your payment of $397. We start the whole onboarding, and then you don't pay anything until the end of February. That's it. Step 4, we send you the blueprint. Step 5, we invite you to our group app and community, and that's it. We're good to go. Because on step 6, we start networking, collaborating, and expanding our reach. So my team is sharing already the link for the $100 deposit. It's all there. Just follow this link here right now, and that's it. You start the process of taking you through the Synergy project, the survey, the meeting. We provide you the onboarding. We send you the blueprint. We then invite you to the group app and the community, and then we start networking. This is going to be starting in January. We can't wait. I'm so grateful for you watching this today. I hope you take action. I can't wait to work with you. Lots of love. And I'll be answering some questions in a minute. So thank you so much.
Okay, well, guys, thank you so much. I'm very grateful for all of you that have stayed here during the whole process. And first of all, I'm very grateful, number one, for being here and showing up. The world is all about those that show up. I get it. I mean, I'm going to be inviting a few members in a minute to join me. But what I wanted to say was that I just feel like many of us feel is that we're permanently bombarded with information and opportunities. And it is difficult to identify what is real, what isn't, what makes sense and what doesn't, and what should I prioritize on. But look, when you look at how much it can cost to publish a book, and the amount of savings that you could have just by making the right choice, or to have that exposure that you need maybe to promote your book, or to collaborate and partner with someone, which might provide you phenomenal revenue in the future. When you look also at, all the different moving parts involved in personal development, this is extremely reasonably priced. And for me, there's a point whereby if you charge too much, people might not get involved. If you charge too little, people will feel it doesn't have value. For me, what's important is to bring the right people in, and to bring the right people in now, because this is really the answer. I'm saying this in the most extremely humble way. I've always felt, to a degree, I've been ahead of the game. In sometimes when it happened with the Best You Expo, it happens when I started doing courses. It started even with my real estate years. I think this is the answer. I know it's the answer. So I'm extremely excited to share that with you. I'm so grateful for you being here. Please, if you have any questions, just make sure that you start asking them now, because I'm going to be replying any questions you may have. I've got quite a few questions that are already here. But in the meantime, let me just start inviting Ken and Maris, who are members of the Synergy Project, but first of all, they're my friends. So I wanted to invite Ken, Maris. Hey, how are you guys? Oh, you're muted.
Hey there, everyone. Hi there. Happy Motivation Monday.
Hey, great to be here. Great to see you.
Great to see you both. Thank you so much for being here. So listen, Maris and Ken, you guys, apart from being my friends, you're obviously extremely well connected. You are the connectors. You're involved in multiple platforms. You've trained so much, but you also help so many people. So you were one of the first people that I reached out to you first for feedback to see if this was something that made sense. Is this me going mad, or does this make sense? So I'd love you to share your feedback, both of you, on why you think
Sure.
this is a good or a great opportunity for everyone.
I would just jump in here and say that, Bernardo, it's this personal development. I have been in this world maybe a few years longer than you, Bernardo, and there's never a moment when we get to stop developing ourselves personally. It's always about those moments when we can learn more, when we can grow, when we can up level our our abilities, talents, and just the way we see the world. And I think the Synergy Project is an amazing way to, one, connect with like-minded individuals, but two, gain from your experience and what you've learned over the years. So really looking forward to it.
Thank you so much, Ken. Maris?
Great. Yeah. So, Ken and I are married. We've also been together 20 years. We live, love, work, play together. We choose each other every day. So it's a remarkable experience. And I say that for a couple of reasons. Look, we've all spent the last 2.5 years in and out of lots of communities. Let's just be frank, right? We've met communities, we've float in, we float out, lots of Facebook groups, lots of amazing people. And here's the bottom line of where we are, both as a couple and in our work overall. So we talk about the R factor, the relationship factor in our lives. And we are immersed in relationships 24/7. And the bottom line here of where we are professionally and personally right now, because it's one life, right? Not a personal life and a professional life, is that we have said, this is the time to pare down, to stand shoulder to shoulder with peak performers who we can grow with together. We've come to a point with our TEDx talk, our solo book, we're in 15 other kind of grounded personal development books. And the bottom line for us is too much. It's been amazing up to this point. And now we're really paring down, being in a couple of very specific core communities that will support us in this way, and that we can contribute our expertise and then be with people who are also going to ensure accountability, where we're going to be in it with each other every day, all week, right? Where we're committed to creating network and not just making money from each other, but being in service and growing and building with each other. That's the space that we're in. And if that's the space that you're in right now and looking for the right connect, the right community, the right leadership, be a leader in this space. Join us in this space.
Thank you, Maris. Thank you so much. I'm going to bring Jennifer in, who is also a good friend, has been involved. I've been discussing the Synergy Project with her for quite some time. Jennifer, how are you? Good to see you.
Hello. Thank you for having me. Hi, Maris and Ken. Great to see you guys again.
Hey, Jennifer.
Cool. So, darling, you're an avid networker yourself. And you've been in business for a long time. So tell me, because I shared the idea around the Synergy Project and this real need for authentic collaborations, authentic partnerships, people that come from the same place. What are your thoughts, and why is something like this so important now?
Bernardo, I'll take it back to the days when I was running the casinos as one of the top paid casino gaming executives in the world at the time. I walked out of that industry and started my own practice. And I will tell you, there's nothing more humbling to a top executive in the world to go home and start learning this stuff one by one, by yourself, having to call your old staff saying, hey, what tool did we use for blank? Or would you help me set up blank? I was blessed that I had good relationships and I was able to do some of that. But Bernardo, I can tell you, I blew through $100,000 in a year in new trainings and a website and new programs and chasing this certification. And I can, and there isn't a person on this call that wouldn't agree that there are so many great charlatans out there that can sell you the best, most expensive product. And when you get there, you go, whoa, 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 this is not what we agreed to that I was signing up for. And I think that people need to understand that this project is a synergistic project, that all of us will be devoting time and giving our time, talents, and treasures to. So it's not just walk into yet another program, buy another this, join another group. This is all of us investing in each other and creating relationships that could potentially be lasting if it's a great synergy for us and it's continuous. I think that that's the piece that would have been incredibly different for me back then. I had to figure it out myself, and being a pretty strong executive back then, I didn't like to be wrong, and so I would go through the whole program. And you want to talk about opportunity cost? A year of my life was spent worried about if I had enough, if I got the right information on the website, if I was doing the right thing. And I will tell you, the year that I spent doing that, I started my company in 2007, right before the nation failed. So for a year, from 2007 to 2008, I was trying to figure out how to get out there and do everything right. 2008, the world crashed, and I knew it was coming. So I had to jump into policy work and leadership at that point. But I can tell you, a year wasted is so much more critical than most people realize. You blink an eye and a year is gone. But at that time, and where we are sitting today, literally right now today, is 2007 again. We're teeter-tottering as a nation, and we really need to figure things out. So I think that having a synergy project like this, where we have each other's backs and we have you to support everything we do with all of your amazing wisdom, and you bring to the table so much more than we know. We've spent a lot of time with you over the last couple of years, but there's a lot that even Maris and Ken and I don't know about you. So I'm really looking forward to this piece. That's why I said I'm in. It doesn't matter how many years you're in business, doesn't matter how great we've done, to have a synergy project where we know we can trust each other and bring our best to each other. That's different than signing up for another program, doing another whatever. This is a buy-in for each other to really commit to each other. And the amount that we're paying, my first business coach was $1,000 a month, and that was 2007. Think about that. It's a no-brainer. I'm not pitching it, but I'm telling you, it's a no-brainer to say we're here, we're committed, and we've built our practices already. You've built yours. You've done amazing. Why are we here? It's to give back and do more for those that were in the position where we were back when we first started our companies, or back when we tried to reset or restart. And I'm using this as a restart again for me. This will be my 4th or 5th restart of doing new, fun, cool things. So I'm excited. I'm really excited to work with all the collaborators.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. And listen, I've just put the link in there again, and I wanted to comment a little bit on what Jennifer was saying, Ken and Maris. But for now, it's very simple. You just simply follow that link, apply. Okay. Once you apply, you're going to complete a survey. The survey is going to allow us, or me and my team, to understand who you are, how you support people, and most importantly, what you need support with, and then what are your priorities. And then based on that survey, we'll have a meet, which will be personally, and then if that is a fit for both of us, you'll ask me any questions, then we'll process, and then you're in. I believe in a lot of obviously what Ken, Maris, and Jennifer have been sharing. And it's the idea is that, kind of, well, you just said it, and I may ask all of you, where did 2023 go, please? Because, kind of like, excuse me, we're at Christmas again, and here we are talking about 2024. But what have we got planned for 2024? How is 2024 going to be different to 2023? Because every year changes, and a lot of the times when we look back, oh my God, did I achieve as much as I could have? Did I do half of the things that I said I was going to do? And this is why, for me, one of the most important things about this program, number one, is the accountability partner. Having someone from day one that's going to be there, supporting you, pushing you, and making sure that both of you commit to where we both, or what you both want to achieve within that period of time. That's the first thing. The second thing is that I know I've got a place where I can always access and ask any question. And as you were pointing out, all of you, it's simply about asking a question. Hey, any tips and advice on this? And something or someone will give you a tip that will save you tens of thousands of dollars, months of your life. And you think, oh my God, why did I not know this before? So it is really about that. And then I'm sorry. I am so, because it isn't really about me. All I'm going to be doing is I feel I'm doing the same as I've done before. I'm a conduit. Okay. So I come up with ideas and then I present them to the public, and then people, hey, for whatever reason, they join, which I'm blessed and I'm honored. This is a new project. The Synergy project is new, but a lot of people will come on board. I have no doubt. And chapters will be popping up around the world. These are opportunities for us to create a network of global leaders. And I said this several times, that are heart-centered. And everyone that is in this room here right now, it's only 4 of us, but I know, and a lot of the members are already there, are heart-centered people. One of the pledges that you're going to do when you complete the survey is, I understand and appreciate that I'm here to serve. I understand I'm here to help others. I'm here to commit to other people's wins. It isn't about someone coming on board and saying, I'm amazing, here, let me sell you my $10,000 program. Guess what? You'll be kicked out, because it isn't about that, okay? And I've worked with enough people. And I shared before that some people within the personal development world should read their own book. So, kind of the whole idea is bringing authentic people together. And because together we can do a lot more. So, and that's why me having access to this amazing group of founding members who are going to be supporting me and being involved in those pods, which are going to create so much, you're going to be so much service. So first of all, I want to thank you all. It's not about me, it's about all the members that are going to be involved in it. And I'm just very excited to bring it together. So,
Bernardo, I wanted to add something too. I just wanted to add something, and that was that, I don't know if this came through enough, and perhaps it did. So if I'm reiterating, if nothing else, I think the other thing that's really important here is not just being in community with the Synergy Project, but actually being in community with the Best You community. And I think that's really important, because I don't know about you guys, but one of the things that is a constant for all of us is building a network, is building a connection, right? A connection in a larger scale community. And I think what's really beautiful about what Bernardo is doing is the synergy is not just within this project. I just want to be sure we're hearing that. This synergy is also within the Best You community. These other opportunities and platforms to speak, these other opportunities to be a published author. There are people, and I can think of 4 people off the top of my head who we can create a network with. So the importance here is being in a network at this time, with a growing network that already has a beautiful base, that you're not starting from nothing. That is an opportunity to be a part of that. And so the big question now is, why not now for $100? And what is it costing you in your life to wait? And I say that because also Sharon, what we've learned from Sharon Lecter, yes. So Ken and I say every day to our clients, our private clients, our corporate clients, why are you waiting? Why not now? And we're constantly asking ourselves that. So I put that back to everybody in the room, is, when Bernardo reached out and we talked about it, and we thought, I'm not waiting until next week to answer the question, why not now? Yes. Then you say yes. So just wanted to share that as well.
thank you. Thank you so much.
I'll agree with Marissa on that. This is a unique time, as I said, but for anyone who's looking at getting started, trying to clean up some of the mess that they've created where it's all scattered and all over the place, or someone who enjoys, and I love hitting resets. Every year I hit a reset, every year, consistently. I go back, I look through the year, make sure I did it right, and then the next year I add, subtract, or multiply whatever I'm working on. This is a great tool to do the basic things like that also. If you don't need the grand scale, or you're ready to do a grand scale, there's something for everybody to fit in here, because I think that you've got the international push, phenomenal. It's so exciting to do anything with you. I love it. I'm so honored to be a part of it. But we also have some of the local push that we can work with as well, from some of us in just our small groups. So I think it's a perfect synergy group to be a part of if you're looking to do any of those things. And again, we are already in it because we believe in it. But I've been in places where I've literally walked out of buildings and went, what in the world did I do? And I don't want that for other people. and I know I can speak for Maris because we met and spent a few minutes together. We're both mama bears. And if you poke the mama bear the wrong way, you're going to get a honey badger out of it. So, that's what you're going to get from our type of group is we want to protect this and make sure that we don't have the charlatans in here selling packages and programs that don't work and don't waste people's times. The most important thing we can do to hold on to all of our beautiful humanitarian efforts that we've put into our lives is to hold steady on doing the right thing at the right time for the right people and helping people with the right messages get out there correctly and not have them frustrated by buying the wrong program and walking away and going back to corporate jobs where they don't get out and do what they're supposed to do, or they stay stuck in a place like Maris said, where they stay stuck and you're like, and why is now not the right time? What is making you not make this decision? Those are the things that drive us crazy. But I don't want people to see that in this project. I don't want them to think it's just like all the others. This really will be all of us holding steady to your platform's values.
Yeah, and it's also bringing the right people. I think at the end of the day, of course, there's going to be when people are sharing skills, naturally you're going to feel aligned with that coach, speaker, or mentor, and you might want to work with them, and that's obviously perfect and great, and it is part of the Synergy project too. But it's more about identifying the people that are authentic and are charging obviously affordable prices, and are heart-centered, that are going to be bringing value. I think really for me, part of it, to a great degree, is in providing people simply the tips and the advice of what not to spend money on, and again, we've seen so many people that are seminar junkies that just simply carry on buying seminars, carry on buying programs, which they do nothing with. They feel buzzed the weekend, then on Monday, oh my God, or the following Monday, and they didn't implement anything, and their career is in exactly the same place. And that's a challenge. And the thing is that a lot of people don't stand out, don't step up, don't shine, or don't stand in the light. It is simply because they've been burnt and because they've spent substantial amount of money, and then they're not able to do so, even if they wanted to. So that's part of one of the main reasons. But also, I think we're also in that place where I think we all believe that we need to create a new generation of leaders, authentic leaders that are gonna potentially and hopefully transform, the personal development world. But it is about that. If we think about it, it's just, when you're looking at obviously sports clubs, or you're looking at the military, it's about coming together. We have to join forces. Everyone going on their own way, trying to discover, countries and continents is just very difficult. So it's only when we come together that we're going to be able to do it quicker. All right. Well, listen, I wanted to thank you so much. If you haven't got anything else to add, I'm very grateful, first of all, for being here. Second, for being part of the Synergy project. But apart from that, I wanted to thank you all, and thank you, the three of you, for being here.
Thank you, Bernardo.
Thank you. Take care. Lots of love. Okay, so everyone that's here today,
come join us.
Come and join. Thank you so much. Thank you. So basically, I wanted to thank the three of them that were obviously here. They're close friends, but apart from that, they're members, and they're very experienced in the personal development world. Listen, it's just over an hour and 20 minutes. I've gone through the whole presentation. I've explained the advantages of the Synergy project. If you're still connected now and you still haven't taken action, well, all you've got to do is just follow that link. Follow that link, click on it, pay a deposit, $100. That's the first month. And also the application. Once you fill that application, we'll schedule a call. After that, if it's a good fit, then you'll pay the $397. Then you don't pay anything till the end of February. If you wanted to go for the one payment, which quite a few members do because there's even more discounts, well, great. And we got some great incentives as well. If you bring any friends, if you bring anyone that would like to could be a good member, there's also ways for us to incentivize you for that. But remember, the bonus is $1,000 right now. If you decided to get involved in the Synergy project, there's a $1,000 bonus if you wanted to speak or exhibit. There's also the fact that you get access to the Best You Online. And for the first 20, we're going to be writing a book together, part of the Best You series. So all that's included. It's extremely affordable. if you are a leader, a coach, an expert in the personal development world, I feel this is an absolute great fit. I know many of you have been involved with me over the years, either in the expos or on the Best You TV, or involved in many of the different projects that I've done. But I would hope that you take advantage of it. Accept, kind of the amazing opportunity that this could bring, because it might be even something for you to become a Synergy Project chapter director at a later date, which is something we're going to be launching in 2024 too. But for now, that's it. So if there's any other questions, I'm going to just have a quick look and just see what's happening here. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you, Anna, and thank you for applying. I'm very grateful for that. I want to thank you as well. Thank you, Farah. I want to thank you for being here. Patty, thank you so much also. Oh, I've got another question. How much is the program? Well, the program, as I shared before, right now it's only $100 deposit. Then after you pay $100 and you have completed it, it will set a calendar for us to meet. There's a survey, and then after that it's $397 for 5 months, $100 deposit and $397 a month. That's it. And if you wanted to take us up on the one payment, well, you could. And if that's the case, well, it's only $16.97 if it was one payment. So $100 deposit. Excuse me. $100 deposit, 5 months of $397. We've got Patty that has applied. Yuppie, Patty, very excited to have you on board. Thank you so much. Zara, let me know if I replied all your questions, please. If not, let me know. But this is about to end at the moment. Remember, it's limited to 100 people. It's limited to 100 people. We're close to 40% already. And we expect with the people that are watching this online today and the recording at a later date, we will probably be oversubscribed within the next 10 to 12 days. So take action. Your $100 is 100% refundable. Apply today. Fill in the form, which we're sharing there. And then after that, we'll have a meet personally with me. Complete the survey. If it's a good fit, then it's just going to be the 5 payments of $397 or the one payment of $16.97. So first of all, I wanted to say simply again, thank you, all of you, for being here today. I'm extremely grateful for your time. I'm honored and humbled. And let me just see. There's another question. Yes. Did you answer the question? I did. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Farah. Okay, great. Well, if there's no other questions, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Any more questions? No, that's it. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Lots of love. You can always go to the bestyousynergyproject.com, the bestyousynergyproject.com, and you can get all the necessary information there as well. Thank you so much. Lots of love. May the best be with you.